Yuki wants to say hi first to the stream. This is from earlier. Actually, never mind. He doesn't want to be on the stream today. So, before we begin, this is a gift too, by the way. I didn't really do a review. This is a bookmark. I didn't realize bookmarks came like this. And my second gift, he's ripping a bag. He's so curious. This is the second gift. It's from a bookstore. You want to come up here and see what it is? Good evening, Mr. Gazin, Dr. Singh. How have you been? I'm just trying to do a gift unboxing or unbagging, but Yuki wanted to do it for me. I missed you yesterday. Aww. Was it yesterday or today? Because this morning I also live streamed. As usual, I always live stream. But it's probably like yesterday for you. Where are you from again, by the way? I forgot. You're not live? Yesterday? I think I was live yesterday. I don't know. India. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no wonder. Your last name is Singh. Anyways, I can't continue this unboxing if he's on it. So what do I do? This bag is really nice too, by the way. It's a shopping bag. Alas, he had to ruin it. Okay, do you mind if I do it for us? He's just so happy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, Yuki, that's enough. I know you're happy with the bag, but we gotta open it sooner or later. As you guys know, I am. Welcome to the stream, Kamal. Yuki's unboxing the gift with me. You're doing a great job. Good job. This is another book. This gift is about California. So it has, I think this is a cookbook. So it has recipes inside. And he's gonna sit right here and lick his paw. Alright, so let me just move the bag a little bit. So if you wanna sit in the bag, over there. Okay. A little bit more. There. So, to look through this cookbook, here's some pictures of probably Newport Beach. I've been here. It's so nice. I love California so much. It's as if I wasn't born here, but I was like, and I tried all the food here. I had this before, this breakfast, and I want to learn how to make all of these foods in here. This is okay. Wait, so far it doesn't look that good, but trust me, they're really good recipes here. Malawash. Wow, look at that California sunset. I literally saw this today. It was so beautiful, man. Baja fish tacos. Oh my gosh, so good. Short rib tacos. There's a lot of Mexican culture in California. Roasted squash. Burrata asparagus, blistered tomatoes, farm to table. Anyways, I'm just really excited for this book. I'm definitely gonna try to do some of the recipes. I'll look into it more afterwards, like after the stream. Today we're gonna start with the boundaries book and then move on to physics as per usual. Anyways, so naughty cat. Yeah, he's really naughty. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Oh my gosh, Kai, welcome to the stream. It's so nice to see you. So, what are you doing today? The boundaries and then some physics after that, inshallah. And I started the live stream later just so that you could join, or that it's easier for you to join, because I know it's kind of early for you in Pakistan when I do the live stream a little earlier than 9. So, yeah, so glad to see you on the stream. Stay hydrated, folks. It's my water bottle. It's like battery acid, so it's really funny. Okay, are we done? Alright, he's getting very comfortable for the stream. This looks good. ¿Cómo estás, Julia? Alhamdulillah. I don't know how to say it. I'm good. But I know what ¿cómo estás means. It's how are you? Gracias. Alright, so I just ate breakfast and now I have to study a bit, but I'm procrastinating. Oh, you have to go? It's fine. But you shouldn't procrastinate. I wouldn't. I don't mind if you have to leave the stream, but thanks for letting me know. And yeah, I hope you had a good breakfast. Hope you have a good day studying, and I'm proud of you for studying. You could also stick along to the live stream while you're studying, just so that you have somebody to study alongside with. But have it muted or low volume. I don't know. Just do whatever helps you focus, and I hope the best for you. Inshallah, you pass everything that you're studying for and do well in everything you are studying for. And yeah. Oh, do you know Spanish? Cool. No, I don't know Spanish. But I do know that ¿cómo estás means how are you? Very small segments of Spanish. Like piso mojado. It's wet floor. Because, I always see that sign everywhere. Yeah, California has a lot of Spanish, translation in the grocery stores and signs, just because there's a huge Mexican population. Obviously, makes sense because we're by the border. So, cat looks hungry. He's not hungry. He just ate. He had wet food. He had treats, and dry food. So he's more than good. All right. So now you can join Trump party because he loves Spanish people. Really? I thought he hated Spanish people like the I know. But that's probably sarcastic, huh? Anyways, let's begin, inshallah. So this is chapter 6, how to speak your boundaries so people can hear you. Speaking of boundaries, no pun intended. I set one today and it was really hard. I felt really bad. I was like, oh man, this is too serious. I'm not a serious person. I'm so friendly, I don't have boundaries with people. But if I have boundaries, it's like, why do you have boundaries with people you should be comfortable with? But that's not the case. That shouldn't be the case. Because you should have boundaries even with people you know for a really long time. If you can't make it to something, you don't have to explain your reasons as to why you can't make it. Yeah, I should that. But the problem is that I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule and I didn't sleep the whole yesterday. I'm a bit tired, but not that much. I have quite energy. I see. That makes sense. Just like me this morning, I woke up so late. And I did the live stream so late too because I was so sleepy this morning. I was like, nah, I can't do this. I would just do a morning adhkar and just go straight to sleep. I don't know why I just ate this black seed oil gummy. This is there looking at me. That's why I eat it. But yeah, I wasn't planning to. Anyway, let's officially get started now. 3 steps to setting a boundary. Step number 1, be clear and focus on the solution, not the problem. Often when we think we're setting boundaries, we're mostly talking about the problem. The boundary is the solution. What would you like? What do you want to see next time? What would make you feel safe? Going over a problem without discussing the solution will lead people to repeat the behavior causing the issue. Sometimes the person who is causing a problem may be unaware of alternative solutions or simply doesn't know what your limit is. You should be able to condense what you need into 1 or 2 sentences maximum. For example, I'm not able to take care of your plants while you're on vacation. Not this. I don't know why you asked me to take care of your plants while you're on vacation. You know I have a black thumb. The last time you asked me to watch your plants, one died, and you complain about my ability to care for them. Why don't you ask someone who knows more about plants? Also note this. You should ask your sister to water your plants instead. Also not this, not note. Not this. But it's not that much because alhamdulillah I have good memorization. It's not hard for me to understand. So you see I'm being ungrateful and like doing my work at deadline. No, I don't think that's ungrateful. You're just you know your abilities and you know that you're smart enough to get by for studying last minute, but also the older you get, like I don't know how old you are exactly, but in the future when you're older, like that's not gonna cut it at some point because you will be overloaded with work and stuff, and it's not gonna procrastinating will bite you in the back just because right now you could get away with it, but in the future you can't. So you're gonna have to establish some sort of routine eventually, better sooner than later. But yeah, I have to just do it by 4:30 p.m. It'll take me around 1 to 2. So it's 10:13 a.m. for me. So I'll study at 11 or 10:45 after my tea time. Sounds good, Kai. You know what you need to do, and you're gonna do it. And studying at 11 until 4:30 is quite a long time. So you got this, inshallah. Anyways, oops, sorry. So remember, the boundary is the solution. It's up to the other person to make new arrangements. It's imperative to be clear and concise, particularly if you are new to setting boundaries. People can find your weaknesses if you aren't secure in what you're saying. As a result, they can easily talk you out of your boundary. As you become more confident in setting boundaries, you can add more to your explanation, but remain clear and concise. You don't have to explain your need for safety. It's okay if what you need looks different from what others need. Step 2. State what you need, want, and say no. Speak your truth in the following ways. I want ... I need, I expect, next time. Step number 3. Manage your discomfort. It's normal to feel guilt, fear, sadness, remorse, awkwardness, indifference, or relief when setting boundaries. Guilt is often the most challenging part of the process, but it's to be expected, especially if you're new to it. Guilt shows that you are emotionally aware and are concerned about potentially hurting others. But don't let your guilt stop you from doing what you need for your well being. Also, after setting a boundary, it's normal to feel relieved. The hard part is over. You did it. And even when people aren't happy with your boundaries, it feels good to get the fundamental hard part out of the way. No, I'm gonna start at 11, and like I'll probably just study for 1 to 2 hours to study, and I have to get it done by 4 p.m. Wallahi, I can never study for more than 2 hours every day. You know what? That's so true because, like, I heard something like the human brain can only focus for about 45 minutes at a time. So if you're studying for 2 hours straight, that's already gonna, kind of burn you out unless you take breaks in between and stuff. And even then, like the breaks could last quite a while, and then it's hard to get back on track. And you just kind of need somebody to watch you. And like, yeah, I study every day for 2 hours only, not more or less, and max is 3 hours, even in exams. Now let's get back to those boundaries. All right, let's go back to it. But that's really good. You studying for 3 hours every day, or not 3 hours, but 2 hours, maximum three. That's really good. That's a good habit, and I'm proud of you for that, Kai. All right, so exercises. Name someone in your family who has said things that led you to feel guilty for honoring yourself. What was the boundary? Hmm. Well, I haven't set that boundary in a long time. I haven't had any experience like that in a while, so I don't know. I think I would feel guilty if I mean, this is a hypothetical thing, but I would feel guilty if I had told my sister, like, you should talk to your friends instead of me, that you don't want to go to this thing. But I don't feel like saying that because she just paid for this gift. Like, this whole gift is hers from her. And then also, she, like, I was scared to go to the cashier in the shawarma shop to, like, tell him, I wanna, what was it again? To tell him to open this soda cap, and then, like, I tried to use my key, I tried to use my hand, and then I hurt myself. Like, I was literally bleeding in my thumb somewhere, and then I was like doing all these things, like, instead of just going up there to ask him because I was so shy. And then my sister, like, she went and she did that just because, like, I didn't want to go. But I don't know. I just felt bad to set that boundary after she did that. But if that hadn't happened, I probably would have had an easier time setting that boundary, but I didn't. So that does make me feel guilty. Hypothetically. But this is talking about something in the past tense, which I can't really remember right now. But that's like anything. I feel guilty about anything, bro. Alright, how's everybody? Oh, welcome to the stream, 778. Um, literally everyone except my mom. She literally feeds me. Dude, but literally my whole family. Yeah, seriously, me too, Kai. What happened with Israel? I don't know, but if Israel is done for, like, that's the only news I want to hear. By my whole family, I'm long relatives. I mean, long relatives. Oh, you mean like further relatives? I see, I see. Like, dude, I met you like 2 times a year. You can't gossip about me. I know, right? Why would they gossip, bro? Like, it's literally eating the flesh of your dead brother. Meow, hi, welcome to the stream. 778 bag cat. Yeah, he's on a bag today. My cat loves bags and boxes. Yeah, same. Step it up in here. Double tap your screen to like. It's free to like and subscribe. Really? I don't know. You could double tap to like on YouTube. I never really put a boundary unless it's about something I feel like really sad about. Like I once told my mom not to just make fun of me when my long relatives. Kind of embarrassing. No, you have to practice your boundaries, bro. You're just like me, Kai. Like we're supposed to like. Also, like, welcome to the stream, Meow. Nice to see you. Welcome back. But yeah, like boundaries. Like I can see why you're excited for the evening streams because you know we both got to work on these things. Like it's something that I think like women, especially like brown women like us, like we gotta like focus on because it's the thing that we struggle with most, like setting boundaries. We feel too shy or too scared because we have like strict parents or strict relatives and they or mean ones, you know, like gossiping. Why would you, what is there to gossip about? That's not like human, you know, like people who did the same if not worse thing are gossiping about you about something that they did or like they had to experience with. At some point when I was a kid, right, I was, you know, going through a lot, like a lot of stress, a lot of, you know, just growing, and then you know you have some acne, right, and you know they were like trying to give advice in like in the worst way in front of a bunch of people, and it made me feel so uncomfortable. I had to leave the room and leave the house. I was just like, all right, I'm done, I'm done. I just need a breath of fresh air. And they're like, oh, are you okay? Like, oh, but like they were making me feel even more embarrassed. Like, come out, that day was so bad. But if I were to set that boundary, and that person who's making me feel so bad, she had the most acne I've ever seen. Like before, like and not before, but like during that time as well. Like she's just like, oh, use aloe vera gel, blah blah blah. Like ugh, so annoying, bro. It's like now when I see it, I'm like, all right, no one taught her any better. They're just trying to make some excuses. Husn the but still, like as an adult, you should know this. But when I think about myself, if someone were to say, you should know how to set boundaries, but no one ever taught me, you know, no one ever taught her. And that's like our duty to, like, all right, I don't know these things that I should know, but I'm going to do my best to learn it. And that could be anything: cooking, boundaries, how to study, how to clean your house, how to clean your room, how to make your bed. Like I don't know is not a good excuse ever, because I don't know. Nobody knows. No one's born knowing anything. You just have to either learn from somebody in your family, or learn by yourself, or learn through your friend or somebody. But it's not easy. It's not easy to learn the things that you're scared to learn about. Like there's a lot of problems that come with it, and you know you feel anxious, a lot of anxiety, guilt. These things have to come in the way, and it feels almost impossible to do it. But you know, we have to learn. We have to get there. That's the only way to live. I agree. That's good, Kamal. And you're still in the stream. That's nice. Nice to see you still in the stream. So, name a friend who has said things that led you to feel guilty for honoring yourself. What was the boundary? Gotta think for a bit. All right. Sometimes when you're trying to learn something others haven't, they think that isn't very good just because you're elder and lived life more than me. Doesn't mean you can just boss me around. Exactly. Older people acting like that is really just embarrassing. Secondhand embarrassment is very real. Not my mom, by the way. She's amazing. I'm talking about long relatives. Sometimes compared to them, I'm thankful that mom is slightly open-minded. Not much, just enough. Yeah, my mom is really nice too, but on some things she's not very open-minded about. You're right, Kaitake, I feel you. Yeah, you're right. It's being weird. Go to sleep. So, name a partner, past or present, who has said things that led you to feel guilty for honoring yourself. Well, I don't have a partner, so let's leave that. Let's leave that there. A few ways to manage discomfort: feel it, just sit with it without pushing it away or doing anything. Journal, move your body, call a friend, cry. That's like my number one way to cope. Watch something funny. Open Instagram, watch some reels, hug someone. That's not. I don't hug anybody in the world except my mom, and she's not here. So, when I need a hug, I don't know. I just go to sujood, to be honest. Because sujood feels like the closest thing to a hug. You know, when you're doing sujood, that's the closest you can get to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I was imagining it like a hug. He's acting like he's saying, "Why don't you hug me?" Well, he doesn't like hugs. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so take a nap. Well, taking a nap is not that simple because I don't like naps. Alright, I will only sleep at night and then wake up in the morning and I try to stay up. But only afterwards, after I stream, if I'm still tired, if I didn't sleep a good 8 hours or 6 hours, then I go to sleep afterwards. So taking a nap is not really my thing, but tap into a creative outlet. Yeah, I like painting and stuff. I don't want to be rude, but once my cousin, who was very nice and literally amazing, I haven't met her for like 2 to 3 years. So I met her and we started talking about our classmates and stuff. My sister was there too, and then she started talking about a girl in her class who does TikTok and started acting how bad that is. I don't know what's rude about that. Like, about you saying that. Like, you're not rude for saying that. But if you're saying, like, if you feel guilty for saying this story because your sister is like talking bad about someone, then oh sorry. Okay, I'll let you finish. Um, what to say and how to say it. The hardest part is finding the right words. But there aren't any absolute right words when helping my clients figure out how to speak their needs to others. I often find myself saying, "You already have the words," but it makes sense that we don't, well, that we want to practice what we to say over and over because we don't want to offend or hurt anyone or hurt someone. Just know that while there aren't perfect right words, there are wrong words that you want to avoid. These include demeaning others or attacking someone's character. As long as you don't do that, your words will be right. I think I'm more prone to guilting people, just like guilt tripping. Even though I don't want to guilt trip, I don't want to make you feel bad, I don't want to hurt you. I just want to explain my reasoning, but at the same time, when I do that, it comes off as guilt tripping. I'm just like, you know, I I missed you, but you're not there the whole day, and it's kind of blaming like you weren't there. Like it's not about you, it's me. Like why was I waiting on you the whole day? Like that's just an example. I didn't say that, but that's just a form of guilt tripping. I should have been like, I missed you, and I guess I was really sad because um I was looking forward, using more eyes than saying use, something like I don't know. I hope they go over that though. Exercise. Let's practice what to say. In this exercise, focus on what you're trying to convey and not on wanting to please the other person. A friend asks you to dog sit for 2 weeks while they visit family. You don't want to take on the task because in the past the dog whined and kept you up at night. What do you want to say to your friend? Oh, it's saying not on wanting to please the other person. I'm already starting off by pleasing them, like saying thanks for entrusting me, but what I want to say is different. Thing. This is really the exercise for me. No, it's my cousin, and me and my sisters were there, and then she was talking about how that's not good and stuff, and she's not studying properly. But like, I was like, girl, you know nothing about her. My sister gave me glare to not say anything, so I didn't say anything then. We got to the topic where my cousin said that her father, my uncle, said that my daughter is going to be a lawyer. And she said, I'm so lucky my father gives me so much freedom and he wants me to be a lawyer and says I could be anything. I was like, girl, that's not. I look at my sister being like, who's going to tell her she's being guilt tripped? And let me tell you, my cousin's household is like so much more strict, and I know I only like her only meet her once in 1 year, so I feel bad for her. Alright, I have a feeling you're not done yet, so I'll let you keep going. That's interesting. I wanna read the whole story. So you have plans for your birthday, and your partner keeps insisting that you should do something other than what you have planned. You want to stick to your plans. What do you want to say to your partner? Your mother stays in touch with your ex after the terrible breakup between the two of you. What? Why is my mom talking to my ex? He says that despite what you experience with your ex, their relationship remains intact. Oh my god. Your mother brings up their interactions often. It makes you uncomfortable. What do you say to your mother? When you and your best friend became roommates, you assumed they would pitch in to clean the house. Your feelings about how your friend maintains the house are starting to impact your desires to engage with them. When you say to your friend, if they become roommates, it's easier than growing up with your brother, and then your brother's just living the way he is, but you guys already don't talk anymore. Like, it's hard then, you know? Like, I don't talk to my brother at all, under any circumstance. Like, even if I want to get mad at him, I'm just like, you know what? It's better to just clean it, clean the bathroom, clean the whole house, clean the mess, everything, just so that, you know, it's more practice for me. It's more of me building a good habit than to just get mad at expect someone else to do it. Because if they clean the house the whole time, like when would I clean the house? You know, like, I have to build these good habits. Whether it's clean or not, I have to do it. Like, you know, it's good for me. But I'm just making an excuse in my mind. Like, they do mess up the house, but like not more than normal. You know, like it's not like extremely messy. Someone is just like naturally messy. It just happens. Like maintenance. You know. All right. Let's practice saying, I would like you to listen instead of offering solutions. Ooh, that's so scary. Man, I'm so scared of boundaries, bro. I lived in a strict household. My dad used to force me to pray 5 times a day. I see. I think at some point, like, you know, in Islam you're supposed to force your children. Like at the age of 10, if they don't pray, you have to like beat them up to pray. But there are a lot of other ways or other things that you could enforce in the household so that prayer doesn't seem like the strictest thing, you know? Like prayer is praying 5 times a day is something that is like bare minimum. So like if it's really strict, I would think that it's like reading Quran and going to Quran class and in this like abusive madrasa like every single day, including not including weekends, but like, you know, I'm just talking from my own experience. I grew up in a strict household as well, but like it's not the household that was strict, but like the places that I was put in when I was like 4 years old, super strict. Like you know, if anyone else around me that have a bad perception of Islam, like I would um also have a negative perception of Islam if I hadn't been put into another Islamic school that taught me like the actual right Islam, that taught me the tajweed and the meaning of Islam and learning all the basics and stuff, like for what it was. But before that, I was like just learning things without meaning, you know, without the essence of Islam, just doing the act and being like, oh, you know, scared to ask questions like, why do we pray to God? They'd be like, why are you asking that? You this is haram, and then they get mad. But like, you're supposed to ask these questions. You're supposed to understand your faith and know why you do certain things. Not be scared to ask them. Not be shamed or guilted or or feel scared to ask them, you know? I would never get mad at my kid for asking. And even if they were to leave Islam, if my kid were to leave Islam, I would respect their decision. I wouldn't agree with it, but I'd respect it. Be like, you know what? That's on you. If you think you're old enough to make these choices, to make these decisions after what I have given you and told you and explained to you, then that's your decision, and I'm gonna respect that, even though I don't agree with it. And I hope you find what you're looking for, those answers to life, all those questions that everybody asks. What is our purpose? If you have a good enough answer for that, and you aren't hopeless, then I'll let you be. But if you are hopeless, if you say there's nothing out there, you have no reason to live, then I'm gonna have to. I don't know. Like that's just hopeless, you know. Everyone needs hope. Everyone needs hope. Like it doesn't make sense why people want to deter you from something that gives you hope, even if they think religion is not true. Why would you deter someone who has hope in a better future? You know, that doesn't make sense. Like have they not heard of the placebo effect? If you think like, oh, this, what do you call it? So with the H. I don't know. It's like this pill. They just give it to people. It's made of sugar, and they eat it. They're like, oh, I feel better already. It's their placebo effect, you know. And you know, if it works, it works. Like faith has like a very important role in our lives. If you want to take away that hope that keeps us alive, then you're just killing the world. Like you're just killing yourself too. Like I don't know. That's not a sustainable way to live. So don't deter people from their faith and stuff. Sorry, that's a huge tangent. Sorry, I mistyped. Should be. I might get treated badly. Really, I mistyped that bad. You can read it now. Okay. So. And then she was saying, my father says I should be a lawyer and tells me I can be anything. I'm so lucky. I just wanted to say how people can manipulate their child so much in the same day. Her uncle, my other uncle, was also disrespecting her because between my uncles, they don't have boundaries for their children. Meanwhile, my mother has damn stricted boundaries related to family and me. I wouldn't call it boundaries though. Like, well, they are boundaries. They're just not healthy ones. Got a really bad cough. Drinking linden tea, it helps a little better than nothing. It's so cold here. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kamala. Hope you feel better soon. And yeah, tea on a cold day is like, it's really therapeutic. But you know, you're doing good for yourself. Me and my sister. So I was really grateful for that because my mom's side cousin should be treated so badly. Meanwhile, me and my sister would just be watching and feeling bad for them. That's all I wanted to say. Hmm. Dang. So your family was not that strict, right? So while was your family is okay, like it's like mediocre, like it's not that strict, but your cousin's family is strict, and then you felt bad. You were just watching her, so that made you grateful. You know, that's also like an advice of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you feel bad about your situation, you're supposed to look at those who have it worse than you, and then when you look at those below you, you start to feel grateful about what you have because you will always have something more than someone else, even if you have nothing. Even if you have absolutely nothing, you don't even have your limbs, you don't even have nothing. You have your life, you have a future. As long as you're alive, you have the opportunity to do istighfar. And the sun has not rise from the west yet. You know, even that, somebody in the grave is rolling and they're saying, oh yeah, Allah, send me back so that I could do one more good deed or say istighfar once so that all my deeds could be forgiven. And that, you know, they have so much regret, but you're still alive. You know, there's always going to be something to be grateful for. SubhanAllah, there's trillions, it's uncountable measures, because even the atmosphere, everything, things that apply to everybody, of course, like the stars, the moon, you know, even if we don't see it in up close, like outside and like spaceships and stuff. It's still something to be grateful for. Thank you, Julia. Of course, come on. Yeah, my mom lives way away from a toxic family. Keep in mind, I only meet them like once or twice a year. Even once or twice a year is too much, in my opinion. Like, you should never have to see them. I hope that when you're older, like, you don't like have to see them anymore. Just because if they're toxic, they're toxic. You have to stay away from people like that, especially because they're gossiping and stuff. Like, that's so sad. Everyone should know the right between wrong, but we all have our tendencies and we have to work on them. But some people just don't. Look at this 6-7. I didn't even realize it was page 6-7. Anyways, I'm glad you guys live so far from that toxic family though. It's good, and I hope that even once or twice goes to maybe once in or the last time has already passed. So, I would like you to listen instead of offering solutions. I feel more than one way, and I don't have to pick one way to feel. I feel unsafe in this interaction. Please respect my decision. Man, these are so hard to say. Like, I feel like all of this is so bold. It's so unlike me because I'm such a laid back person. But when the time comes, I have to say these things. I have to be stern, even if I'm the most friendly, like casual, like not so strict person. Just gotta be like this for a split second, and then you could go back to whoever you wanna be. I don't feel comfortable sharing with you because you tend to tell me what's best for me instead of listening. I need a few moments to myself. I need to vent. Do you have a moment to listen? I'm not looking for advice. I just want to listen. Oh, that's annoying. I wouldn't say that to anyone. I just vent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in my du'as. This isn't the best time for me to talk. I'll call you back when I give you my full attention. No please, no thank yous. Like, come on, bro. 6-7. I know you meant well, but what you said wasn't helpful. What? That's just mean. How's that a boundary? That's so freaking mean, bro. Oh, I meant okay. This is something like like in case they gave like a negative advice, like oh you should wear makeup because you look that way. Makeup would make you look prettier. But if you said this in that case, that would not be mean at all. That's like I know you meant well, but what you said wasn't helpful. Then again, the and somewhere in the back of my mind, I'd be like, maybe they're right. Maybe that is helpful because what if I do need that? How would you like me to support you? I need your help with. Oh, I'm not supposed to fill this in. Okay. No, not 6-7. Yeah, sorry about that. That's cringy. Yeah, that's actually true because my mom only kept in touch because my grandma was there, my mom's mom. And obviously she loves her and she was sick, but she passed away this year and my mom's thinking cutting them off. Yeah, your mom's thinking the right thing. I hope she does cut them off eventually. I hope she has the courage to do that because you do not want to be around those people ever. People who can't change themselves, you can't change them. Nothing in the world will change them if they don't want to change themselves. What's your New Year plan? Well, I think my New Year plan is probably just to like keep up with everything that I'm doing so far. But that's a good question. I should probably write that down somewhere. Do I have the thing right here? Okay. So how's this set of notes? All right. What is a good New Year plan resolution? These are like scrap papers, like reminders and checklists and stuff that I already use, but the back of it could be used as well. See, this is scarcity mindset. I could use a whole new one, but I don't want to waste. Is it scarcity mindset or is it being resourceful? I don't know. Let's see. New Year's goals or something. Resolutions. Too lazy to write the whole thing. I think I'd wanna fix my Quran review. That's my annual year, like annual goal. But I never do it. But this year I will, inshallah. I will for sure. And then I don't know. Read a lot of books. Get a lot of looks. I want to cook more. Cause I always cook, right? I always cook just to get by, but I don't enjoy my food. I don't know why that is. When I eat food outside, I'm like, oh my god, what do they put in here? Why is it this good? I have the same ingredients at home. All I see is tomato, some shawarma, like this protein, this beef, which I know how to make. Like there's this viral doner kebab like recipe. You don't even have to use oil for it. And then there's also like pickles, this like burrito wrap tortilla or something. But it tastes so good. I have to learn all of this from Morabian. If you guys don't know her, she's such a good cook. I tried like one recipe of hers and it's so good. And then straight A's for sure. You know what, guys? I might just do a vision board stream. Like y'all better stay tuned for that. I don't know though. Like I wanted to do it on call with my um like my friends, but well I will show that vision board when I get it done for sure, inshallah. So straight A's. Because this semester I was studying a lot. I got 3 B's and 2 A's, but that's because I started studying like way in the end of the semester. But if I start from the beginning, studying before class, after class, every single day, whatever I study, I learn and actually understand it, then I will for sure get straight A's. Like, it'll, yeah. And then, what else? Studying, Quran. These are already a lot on my plate because I'm starting from scratch, okay? This is not something I'm building off from the last year. This is from scratch. I'm just starting to learn how to crawl. I'm gonna walk next year, so. Clean my house more. I mean, I already do, but the thing is, I'm not really consistent with it. It's just spontaneous bursts of motivation, and that's not very reliable. Yeah, your house gets dirty every day consistently, but if you're not cleaning consistently, then you can't expect like I don't know for it to be clean all the time. I eat doner kebab every day. Oh my gosh, you're so lucky, Kamal. That's the one thing I always be jealous of. Turks getting doner kebab every day. It's like my favorite food. That I've been saying doner kebab is like my favorite food since I was like 4 years old. My uncle showed me this doner restaurant. It's been my favorite ever since. Is it compulsory to visit mosque for prayer after Islam? Only for the men. And that's like on Fridays. Like, yeah, Kamal's right. It's only on Fridays, but like, I don't know. I think going to the mosque itself is kind of mandatory. Or like, at least really highly recommended. But for women, it's not. For men, compulsory on Fridays, other days you can pray in your home. For New Year's, I wanted to start a YouTube channel and be the class topper because I got second position this year. You see, I'm salty. Hey, second is good too. But also, like, yeah, I hope your YouTube channel goes well. I hope the animation is really fun for you. And I want to learn Quran Arabic. Oh my gosh, you're right. You're right. Learn Arabic. Bro, I'm literally gonna stream that when I get to that. But that's gonna be like a January thing. You know, Asim and Hakim, he has like this stream or not stream, this program that he's gonna teach Islam. I'm not sure if it's like for absolute beginners. Probably is. It's gonna be boring, but I'll try to do that on stream. We'll see how it goes. My expectations are not too high for that just because like it's a free course. So if something's free and you have to pay for it, it's probably really bad. I want to do more physical hobbies and stuff. What kind of physical hobbies? Like crocheting? Oh, you're already good at crocheting. I eat doner kebab every day. I didn't hear the channel name of cooking channel. Cooking channel Moribian. So it's like Moroccan and Libyan. So Moribyan. You better check her out. Like Moribian. Yes. I did get straight A's, but I wanna beat the topper. No reason. Oh wow, she's a smart girl. Mashallah, Kai. May Allah keep you, with straight A's all the time. I mean, I hope you become the topper this semester. Not to be competitive or anything. You know, in Islam, it says the only thing you should be competitive with is doing good deeds. So, do not ever be competitive on other things. Just focus on yourself and not other people. Actually, there's no statement in Quran saying women can't go to the prayer. Yeah, for sure. It's not like you can't go, it's just that you don't have to. It just says on that one surah, leave what you're doing and do the prayer. Like God tells all of women and men. Really? Oh, you mean like prioritizing salah? Like, not like. Because sometimes it is actually haram if you're delaying prayer for absolutely no reason. Like, it's haram if you. The thing that you're doing, that thing is haram in the moment if you're delaying prayer so much that you miss it, you know? That thing becomes haram. Even if it's as simple as playing with a cat or something. Not that I play with my cat like that. Like, I'm not obsessed with it. Yes, you're right. It's just that she brags a lot, so I don't even have beef with her. But oh my god, you know what? That's that's so valid, Kai. Um, completely understand. Someone who brags like that, it would feel so satisfying to put them in their place. Be like, no, you're not at the top. All right, someone else is better than you. Stay humble. You want to humble them. You know, it's like when Khabib, if Nurmagomedov, when he put Connor, uh, I don't know his last name, but he put Connor in his place. And I don't even watch MMA, so I don't know anything other than that scene when Khabib beat him, and he said like, my success is only from Allah. Like, even that moment, he was humble, but it probably felt so good, and it was satisfying for those who were watching second handedly, like when he put him in his place. Someone cocky like that, they just they gotta step down. They gotta be humble, one way or another. So 5 ways to communicate a boundary: passive, denying or ignoring your needs to allow others to be comfortable. Whew, I'm so passive, bro. It's not good. Aggressive, having rigid and inflexible standards of how to engage with others, applying strict rules to all people, sharing boundaries in an abrasive manner, or doing so to offend. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I've been aggressive, but like, yeah, I've seen that for sure. Passive aggressive, having boundaries but not making it clear to others, assuming that people know your boundaries and then getting frustrated when your boundaries are violated. Yeah, I guess I'm passive aggressive too, but not as much as I'm passive. Manipulative, issuing ultimatums to be punitive, threatening to do things you won't follow through on. I've definitely seen that as well, but I don't do that. So, assertive, having clear and concise expectations. Man, this is the only way to communicate properly. To be assertive. But it feels so bad. I'm just like, I know you're better than me. Why should I be assertive with you? It's kind of like when cats fight and then one shows his belly or lays down, he's like being submissive because he knows that one is strong or something. That's like me. Like, I'm so weak, but I don't want to be that way. Exercise. In the scenario below, identify if the boundary is expressed in a way that feels passive aggressive, manipulative, or assertive. Actually, there's no statement. Okay. Yes, you're right. It's just okay. No one said anything. Your boss emails you while you're on vacation. Your response: when you return to work. So, when you return to work, you give your boss the cold shoulder for the day because they should have known better than to bother you while on vacation. What type of response did you have? Well, it's not like they didn't know because you were on vacation, right? So that's not manipulative. That's not assertive. It is seemingly passive aggressive because you didn't tell them your boundaries are being violated. I'll say that's passive aggressive though. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Your father calls you by your family nickname in front of friends and in public places. You'd prefer him to call you by your given name. Your response. You don't mention it to your dad because it's what he has always done. What type of response did you have? Passive. But if it builds up resentment, then that has to be talked about if your dad is good. But like if you don't feel too bad about it, I think it's fine to be passive just because you have like rahma for your dad. But yeah, you're invited to a Zoom birthday celebration at the same time as another online event you prepaid for. Response: Thank you for the invitation, but I won't be able to attend. What type of response did you have? That seems healthy. I think that's assertive. Your brother asks you to store a few things in your garage while he moves. He promised to have everything out within a month. It's been 1 year, and his things are still in the garage. Your response: Every month you call him to get his things, or you will throw him out. It's like the ultimatum. I think it's manipulative. But manipulative sounds bad. Like, I feel like this is a good thing. Like, you have to. Maybe this is assertive though. I don't know. But it is an ultimatum though. Your food delivery order was not prepared correctly. Your response: You call the restaurant yelling and cussing at the manager because you're pissed off. What type of response did you have? Very aggressive. Alright, so key is passive aggressive, passive, assertive, manipulative, aggressive. Okay, I got it all 10 out of 10. Take a moment to listen to the sound in your environment. What are they? How do they make you feel? Well, there's no sound in this where I am. Because setting a boundary is challenging. Let's practice a little bit more. This is pretty long, not gonna lie. Alright. Not too long. Just like 8 more pages. And now we'll study with you now. Alright. Sounds good. I'm learning my Quran book first. It's my school subject, by the way. Really? So are you like learning it to memorize, or are you learning the meaning? Oh, you're learning Surah Yasin. It's about the key points, by the way. I see. Alright, that makes sense. You know, that's really nice because I just memorized the Quran. Like, I don't memorize the lessons from it, but I should do that. I should learn. Well, if you want to share what the key points of Surah Yasin are in the chat, you could do that, and I would really appreciate that because that's interesting. I want to learn that too. Look at the list of 5 ways to communicate a boundary and write an example for each of the ways using the following scenario. An acquaintance, a friend of a friend, asks you to plan their milestone birthday party. So Surah Yasin had 83 ayahs and is given the title of the heart of the Quran. Oh yeah, I knew that part. It says in Surah Yasin that the one who will succeed in the day of judgment will be in peace and enjoyment in Jannah, and Allah will say salam to them. Aww, that's so sweet. You know, that's such a good reminder. Honestly, I forget that that's possible. The one who reads Surah Yasin for the sake of Allah will have their sins forgiven. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. I need to read Surah Yasin now. Thank you for that. Your coworker asks you to pay when you grab lunch, saying they'll pay you back. I haven't paid you back from the last time you grabbed lunch. Oh my god, this is so annoying. I think it's only probably best if I just practice the assertive one. Your friend's partner makes inappropriate comments about your weight in front of your friend who doesn't defend you. What the heck? How are you supposed to be assertive in that case? Like, I would just leave that friend for good right then and there. No need to comment, no need to talk. You know, in this kind of scenario, I want to be manipulative. Be like, either break up with him or I'm leaving. But you can't be manipulated. I mean, that in that case, you want to be manipulative. But I don't know how to be assertive in that moment. I'd be like, I didn't appreciate how you didn't stop him. I need to process this for a little bit. But that's still gonna make me, like, salty, you know? Like, I don't wanna... Man, I really need to, So this is a really big, really long chapter. One verse in Surah Yasin says, this is for warning the alive, but people here recites the surah around graves, and I think it will clean the sins of the dead ones there. Oh, you know what? I've seen that too. I've seen people, especially near the people who are about to die, like they read Surah Yasin. Apparently it helps them or something. I don't know. Well, actually, they read Surah Yasin because it forgives one's sins. Yeah, that makes sense because, you know, when you're dying, you don't want to die with their sins still intact, right? You want to make sure they're fully forgiven before they die or while they're dead. So, yeah, that makes sense. Dang. We spent 72 minutes on this boundaries book. This is a really long chapter. Let me see how many pages we did. We started at page 61, and now we're at page 72. That's like 11 pages, bro. I think I'll stop here, just because that's like a lot, and I'm kind of getting burnt out. But when you're dead, it's done like no sense and good deeds for you to gain more. Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's true. Like, that should be the case. Like, why should your sins be forgiven after you die? You didn't repent. Why should it matter if others repent for you? But I guess it makes sense if other people make dua for you instead of like reading like surahs for you. It's because those surahs are not really du'as, but there are Quranic du'as. I'm not sure if there's any like du'as, Quranic du'as in Surah Yasin, but um, yeah. Let's see. Is it um possible to forgive someone's sins by reading Surah Yasin in to their graves? Or is that like that's probably bid'ah, right? It's directly power to forgive the sins of the deceased as regards to the topic of scholarly difference. Many scholars say reciting the Quran for the dead isn't directly proven for forgiveness, but making sincere dua for them is encouraged, though some of the traditions suggest it can ease punishment in the grave for all buried there. Oh, so that's right. Like you should make dua for them more than reading Surah Yasin for them. But if the one who's almost dying but they're still alive, I think that's more helpful. All right, lesson 6: gravity. This is what it really is. Up to now, we've treated gravity as the thing that pulls objects down. That's useful but incomplete. Let's upgrade it. First, gravity is an interaction, not a property. Gravity is not something objects have. Gravity is a mutual attraction between masses. That means Earth pulls it on you, you pull on Earth. At the same time, always. Earth just wins because it's huge. Mass versus weight, this matters a lot. These are not the same thing. Oh, really? I thought it was the same thing. Mass, how much matter something has, how resistant it is to acceleration, inertia, what does not change. You have the same mass on Earth, on Moon, in space. Weight, a force, caused by gravity pulling on mass. Depends on location. Really? I didn't know weight depends on location. Oh, so like in the moon you weigh less, but you're still the same mass. So you weigh less on the moon, you still have the same mass. Okay. So weight equals the gravitational force. The astronauts float. This one surprises people. Astronauts are not floating because there's no gravity. There is gravity in orbit, almost as strong as on Earth. What? No way. They float because they're constantly falling and missing the Earth. It's like a projectile, but sideways really fast. Orbit equals continuous freefall. Freefall, important term. Freefall means the only force acting is gravity. So falling object is freefall, astronaut equals freefall, dropped ball is freefall. In freefall, everything accelerates the same way, mass doesn't matter. This is why heavy and light objects fall together, ignoring air. Gentle intuition check, answer in words. If gravity pulls on astronaut in orbits, why don't they fall straight down to Earth? No math, just reasoning. After that, we'll talk about. If gravity pulls on astronaut in orbit, why don't they fall straight down to Earth? Well, that's because the mass of the moon is pulling them, right? The mass of the orbit. But I don't want to guess it. I want to see. Because... Oh, wait, what do you guys think, honestly? I can't really... My brain is not really working. I don't know why. But when you're maybe hadith approves it, but I deny all the hadith. So you deny all the hadith? Are you like struggling with your faith, or are you a Quranist, like a Quraniyun? Or is it something that you just always did? That's pretty interesting. I've never met an actual Quranist. Like, well, I kind of have, but like, I don't know if they were real. But you seem like the most genuine Quranist I've seen. I'd say, does anyone know physics here? Because I ask them every time I do physics, because every day I'm more confused than the last. You guys hear that? I'm doing physics now. You are a Quranist. I see. Sorry, my cat was snoring. I was trying to show his snores, but he stopped. You're doing physics now? Really? Dang. Can you help me with this physics? Because every single time I answer the question, he's like, you're in the right direction. You're in the right axis. But you're not explaining the main thing. I was like, oh my god, how do I explain it? I don't even know. Wait. He's snoring again. Do y'all hear that? So, Kamal, were you always a Quranist, or is your family a Quranist as well? That kind of explains why you celebrate Christmas. Okay, so what isn't the reason? It's not because gravity is weaker in space. Is it much? Earth's mass changes. It doesn't. Astronauts have different mass. They don't. Your mass weight is distinction is true, but it doesn't answer this specific question. Real reason, core idea, astronauts don't fall straight down because they have a very large sideways horizontal velocity. Gravity is pulling them down constantly, but at the same time, Earth curves always beneath them. They keep missing it. What do you mean by Earth curves always away beneath them? That's exactly the same idea as projectile motion just scaled up. Picture it step by step. Imagine firing a cannon sideways from a mountain. Slow shot hits the ground nearby. Faster shot lands farther away. Fast enough, Earth's curves away orbit. The astronaut is the last case. The key sentence, memorize this one. An orbit is a state of continuous freefall around Earth, not above it. This connects gravity, projectile motion, freefall, while astronauts float. Okay, yeah. I know what an orbit is. Walk and check one sentence. Astronauts don't hit the Earth because of orbit? Because they are orbit? But would yesterday I was practicing physics. They said there's no gravity horizontal, but there's velocity. There's horizontal velocity. Yes, that's the core reason. Oh, welcome to the stream, Zuhaib. Which MacBook is that? I got a 2012 MacBook Pro with the original 13-year-old hard drive. I think this is 2020. It's probably gonna show something like an IP or something. I don't know. This is the M1 2020. Sorry, I don't know if it's gonna show like my IP or something. My whole family's Sunni, but I'm a Quranist. Really? What made you into a Quranist? Like what drove you into that direction? That the hadith is not true, but only the Quran is. Do you have a DDR4 RAM sticks? I don't know how to check that. I'm sorry, I'm not into that. Like the technical stuff of my MacBook. I was at the verge of leaving the religion when I met the idea of Quranism. But in the Quran, it says that you should understand and follow whatever Rasulullah gives you, but I respect your opinion. I don't know, but I can ask my sister because she's older than me and really good at physics, but I'm like a newbie. Bro, you're just like me, Kyla. I'm also so new. Like, I'm trying to learn it by myself before I have to learn it with a class. Because I'm learning it by myself, I'm already confused. Like, what is the horizontal velocity of Earth? This is so confusing, bro. Yes, Rasulullah gave us nothing but Quran. He only carried the message of Quran to us. He has no power to alter it. But in Hadith, you find contradictions to Quran. Can you zoom in? I'm asking my sister about it. Alright, here. Ask her about this. This right here. Gentle intuition check. The reason is finding disgusting things in Hadith and some Sunni traditions. Really, go on. What disgusting things? Is it like Aisha anhu, her age? Because a lot of people find that disgusting, which I can see why. Because in our day and age, it's like it doesn't make sense, and I don't blame anyone for saying it doesn't make sense. If you find that disgusting, that's true. Like it is disgusting in the way that we find it in our modern day, and obviously it was supposed to be this way. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala created it to be problematic in this day and age, to be a problem. So that, not the age thing. Yes, the age thing. Okay. So is that it, or is there anything else? Because I could explain the age thing if you want, but I'm not gonna try to change your opinion. I'm just gonna explain it if you want me to. Damn, I have Intel based chip, not M1. You could play Call of Duty on your Mac. Every uh WIINDS, GameCube, etc. can run smoothly on that core, but I don't know if you have a hard drive or an SSD. It's the thing is I don't play games on my MacBook. I just want it to code, like, for Python, but even then, some of the things are not really like Excel is so annoying on a MacBook compared to on a regular um desktop because like some of the features are not there because MacBook is kind of lame like that. Kamal, are you still here? Like, do you want me to explain the age thing, or is there anything else that you want to say? Because I didn't know you were Qur'anist until today. Which is not a bad thing. I'm not trying to judge you, though. Like, if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to. So, answer in 1 second. Oh, did you ask your sister yet? Kai? If the space station suddenly lost all forward speed, what would happen to it? No math, just physics and intuition. After this, we'll be ready to move into circular motion or waves. Your choice. Why do you say no math? Like, I'm fine with math before all this. I do not have any physics intuition, bro. But, common intuition. Oh my god. I hate when he says that, bro. This one needs gentle correction because it reveals something important. The correct physics answer is if the space station lost all forward speed, it would fall straight down towards Earth. What? How would how would it fall straight down? It's not forward speed that keeps it up, though. You think gravity exists or exists if gravity keeps it up there? But gravity never holds things up. Gravity only pulls inwards. Well, I'm not saying it would float by gravitational pull. I was saying it would float down, like float, like this way, and then get stuck in the orbit. I should have emphasized float down. This is a really important correction. Oh, it was even wronger. Oh my gosh, my bad. Nothing to miss the Earth with. But this makes sense. Connected to what you already know, think back to the projectile motion. Horizontal motion keeps you moving forward. Vertical motion pulls you down. Orbit happens only when both are present. If horizontal speed is 0, it no longer has a projectile. It just has a free fall straight down. One sentence rule, very important. Orbit exists only because of sideways motion. Okay, let me write that down then. So, Zuhaib says you should change the Mac from Mac to Linux. Linux is faster and has more freedom, but Mac OS is still much better than Windows 11. So, is Linux the same as Windows 11? I don't understand. Like, how are you so knowledgeable, Zuhaib? Like, how did you learn all this stuff about computers and stuff? Did you, like, were your parents or, like, your dad specifically, like, was he, like, into computers and stuff, and then you just learned from him or something? There are 2 reasons. You know gravitation is 0 at space. When radius increases, gravity decreases. Radius of the Earth? But the radius doesn't increase. I mean, your radius away from the Earth? Yeah, that makes sense. There are 2 reasons. Linux is different from Windows. Not to be honest, to be honest, no one is into technology in my family. So how are you so smart? Gravity is different of different planets. That's true. In some planets, it's so big that if you were to go on it, you'd die instantly because the pressure would be too much and you'd just be squished into flat cookie. But Linux doesn't slow down the laptop. It's not owned by Microsoft or Apple. It doesn't have spyware like Windows, and it's highly customizable, so you can make Linux look like Mac OS. No way. Dang, I wish you could show me all this, but that's kind of hard to do that. But don't worry, I don't play games anyway. So I don't really have to. I feel like I don't have to learn all that, but it would be really helpful if I did know all that. And maybe I would enjoy those games too, who knows. Mercury have greatest gravity. Oh, thanks for sharing that, Gadget. I didn't know that before. YouTube can teach me now. I love physics. Really, Gadget? You should have... Dang, I was asking all these questions like, okay, how do you answer this question? Oh, well, you guys, you could try this one. Well, according to the laws of gravitation, the gravitational force is inversely proportional to the distance between 2 points. Let them be the radius, and the astronauts so do. You'll need either a USB stick or burn Linux on a CD disk. Hmm. Well, I learned everything from ChatGPT. Like even right now, I'm learning like physics from ChatGPT. But it's not good because it takes a lot of water. But anytime I say water, I feel like drinking more. Oh, I ran out of battery acid. But yeah, I think that we're done with this. But Gadget, can you answer this question? The space station stays in orbit because, but without that, it would of horizontal motion. Without it, it would not exist, and it would free fall. And very close. Space station would, because of its horizontal motion, but without it, it would free fall straight towards Earth. I literally said that in different words, but that's it. The sentence is 100% physics correct. Yay, you officially mastered now. Why all this? And that's a huge conceptual milestone. Natural process, circular motion, and centripetal force. Oh, light math. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go. Wait, is this lesson 6? Are we done lesson 6? No, we're not done lesson 6. Bro, I'm so tired. I've been going on for a long time. I think I'm gonna stop here though, because gravity is made by God. Of course! You think, like, the gravity was so perfect only on Earth compared to anywhere else, so that, we could just fool around? Like, no, obviously, God perfected this Earth so well. SubhanAllah, just for us to exist in. There's no other planet that harbors life like us. And that's for a reason. Due to the large distance, the pull decreases. Well, thanks for answering, Kai. That makes a lot of sense. And thank you to Kai's sister for answering that. But an SSD is most important thing for old laptops. It's what's slowing down my Mac. 3 to 5 minute boot time. What? 3 to 5 minute? That's so much. That's so long. Constant buffering when scrolling, etc. Dang. You need a new laptop for sure. Please speak in Urdu. मेरे नई Urdu bola hai. Bro, is that Urdu good? I don't speak Urdu, so I don't even know if that's the correct sentence. मेरे नई Urdu जानते हैं. من فضلك. माफ कर. It was my sis, by the way, just now. Oh, so she was typing. Oh my gosh, welcome. Welcome to Kai. Welcome Kai's sister to the stream. OMG, lovely Urdu. Thank you. Kia karte han? Mere physics learn korte hai. Alhamdulillah. New laptops are expensive. I'm gonna buy an SSD for that Mac since it's not that bad the more I learned about it. SSD for that Mac. Well, I hope that works out for you, Zuhaib. I don't really know how to fix laptops, so if a small thing could fix how slow your laptop is, that's better than buying a new laptop. It's better to use the things and what's it called? It's better to maintain the things that you have than to fix it or something, or than to just replace it or buy new things. because they're always gonna have problems, especially new Apple products. Like even the phones get so laggy and slow because they do that on purpose so that you could buy the new latest products. But that's not very sustainable for the earth in general. Are you Muslim? Yeah, I am Muslim. What's the poop emoji for though? Of course I'm Muslim. Did she help in any way? She just taught me something about physics. Yeah, she did help. I think that would be a good answer, but I think I already answered that. So, yeah. I'm gonna end the stream now. It's been going on for 100 minutes, and uh, hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and thanks for staying as long as y'all have. So, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.